Okay, so we're gonna have a look at the bone. This bone is a really useful, I think, node in 4B, especially if you want to build a skeleton-like a transformation hierarchy. So if you use the two different nodes for the bone, it works like the how to move the arm. So as you can see here. Okay, as you can see here, so endpoint, start point, endpoint, and start point, endpoint. And endpoint become, previous endpoint become reference for next one's starting point. Okay, that is the bone. So there is two different types of the bone node. One is just a normal bone, and the other one is a look-at. Okay, so look-at mean is whenever you're moving the object, okay, they chasing the location. Okay, they have the fixed location here, and they heading to this object and follow that. Okay, so we can create some kind of animation with that, and you can create a structure, or you can create a character, or you can create a wing, and then you can demonstrate how wings move in here. So you can test that things. Okay, so it might be very useful for somebody. And also, if you open up one of the examples in Girl Power, and selecting the lamp, and inside the lamp POV file, you can see how we can use that bone structure. Okay, this is a very good example. So once we understanding basic things, I think you need to better visit that site, that patches, and have a look how you can use this kind of stuff. All right. So now let's have a look at that. Okay. So bone, and then if you open up today's file, okay, teaching example. Week 9 and bone study. If you click that, what's going on in my patches? Okay, anyway. So can you guys see that? Yeah, I'm gonna change this color. Okay, so that is the bone structure. Okay, so if you change the value, they swing, and this one is Y, and this one is Z, and this one is actually the second part. So whenever you change the second part, and then you change the first part, okay, that will move along with that things. All right, so it's very easy to use, and then but you need to know how to. So when you doing this bone, it's by default there is no black box around here, so you need to know how we can get some information to create this black box. Okay, so let's just start from the scratch. Okay, so bone, and normally if you want to make the bone structure, is you need have the more than one bone. Okay, so this one is base, and this first, and this one is going to be the second part. This one is going to be first part, and this one is going to be the second part. Okay, and then we need the renderer. And then what else we need? What else we need? Display and the group. So one of the things I wanted to tell you is, if you want to dealing with many 3D environment, okay, so to make basic structure like this, okay, like this and this, okay, and put the camera beside. Okay, so after that, just look at here. So you just copy this page and create a new patch and save. Okay, and then you can save this one is some of the name like temp 3D environment, something like this. Okay, and then save. So every time you wanted to create the 3D shape, the 3D things, okay, instead of to create that kind of things again, just open up and then save as whatever you wanted to do. Okay, so that might be the useful way. Create your own template, and it's much easier to do that. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna do the bone. Okay, so here we need 2 bones, 1 bone, and we need copy that another one. Okay, so this one is gonna be the first, this one is gonna be the second. So what you have to do is very simple. You need to connect this transform output from first to the second bone, and also you need to connecting this layer and connecting to this layer, and then you can connecting this layer to there, and as you can see that we can have a bone structure. Okay, so very surprising because sorry, this is not that. So okay. So when you create, just be careful because look at has the 2 different types. So we're gonna use the bone transform vector. Okay, bone transform vector, and then let's distance. So now you can see that this is bone structure. Okay, this is bone structure, and this one is first bone, and this one is the second bone. Okay, and this line, okay, this line actually indicating, or this line actually they provide information about this cylinder and this sphere information. Okay, so you can pretty much use this transform information only if you do not want to draw the line, draw the sphere and actually bone looking like. Okay, so now create vector 3D joint. Okay, and then we're gonna create a slider bar. So let's minus 1, 2, 1, and the slider bar, and connecting this one to there, and copy, and copy, and copy, and paste, and connecting all these things together. So we're going to use this one to control the first one, and we need another one. This one is going to be controlled for the second one. Okay, so this information need to go first pin, second pin. Second pin is rotation. Okay. And also this pin need to go second pin rotation. Okay. Once you're connecting these two vector, now you can control the bone. Okay. 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 And if you wanted to move the bones, whole bones in a location, what you have to do is connect. What you have to do is create the translate and connecting the first bone, and then if you change this number, now you can change. You can move your bone structure. Okay. So you do not need to connecting this translate information for the second because they inherited from the first bone. Good. So far so good. And in that bone pin, there is a couple of other options. So if you choose whether you wanted to show the helper means that helper. Yeah, that helper mean is that green, red, and blue. Yeah, that is called the helper. And the other one is the show bone. So if you, thank you. If you change the value for the show bone 0, then there is no bone there. Okay, but still, the data itself is transformed. Okay, so we can use that pretty much that. So now, let's create the toggle button. Two toggle button. Okay, and then connecting to the helper, connecting to the helper, and connecting to the show bone, and connecting to the show bone. Okay, and then arrange that, and arrange the line. With Control R, Y, and then we're gonna hide this one with Control H. So H. So if you press the select and Control H, it's gonna be a little bit light gray, which means it's been high. Okay. So and then move your mouse, and if you click that middle mouse, you can get information directly from this pin and title. So we're gonna have this one now. And if you wanted to click, if you wanted to show the bone, you can click that. If you wanted to show the helper, you can click that. Okay. So that is pretty much very simple. All right. Okay. So next question is, what if we wanted to draw something, okay, in between here? So what if we wanted to make the muscle around that bone? So which means if I want to put the box on top of the bone, how we can do that? Okay. I'm going to show you how we can do that. Okay. So can you guys imagine that, how we can do that? Shannon, can you imagine how we can do that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that is one way we can manipulate with that thing, that kind of stuff. So we can use pretty much, transform out from here and here. And also, if you move your mouse around, there is a couple of other information there. First one is position out. Okay, position out. And the next one is bone transform. Okay, so if we wanted to put something in between the bone, on top of the bone, it's better to use bone transform rather than transform itself. So let's create the box geometry. Yeah. Before we create, so wait. Okay. If you save this one into today's folder, you can use my customized patches. Anyone save this one in the same folder, today's things? Or we can create another one. Okay, good. So now, the box, and then we need directional, and connecting bone, connecting the box to the bone directional, and then we can connecting this one to here. So as you can see that we have the A box. Mm-hmm. Okay, we have the A box here. So now, what we have to do is, we want to connecting this pin from bone transform into transform. Okay, good. Once we connecting this information to that, okay, they automatically stretch it out, right? And map that bone area, okay? And then you can do the same things, like a copy this one, and connecting this bit here. So for make it more easier, I just use the group and connecting this one to there and connecting this one to there and tossing to this one to here. So now, as you can see that we have two box exactly map in between the bone. Yeah. But sometimes, the problem is it's actually they are overlapped in this area, right? So if you make this one a little bit smaller, okay, we can avoid this kind of, the overlap area. How we can do that? Scale. How we can control the scale? So in this scenario, we have to use the composer. Okay. So hopefully you guys remember that what the composer do. If you not, just look at again. If you're tossing this transform information, just turn it up this one first. If you're tossing this transform information to the decomposer, okay, they analyzing or they bisect in three different those categories: translate and scale and rotation and success. Okay, so we can manipulate one of these one. So after that we can have transform 3D vector. Okay, transform 3D vector, and connecting to the translate X here. And connecting the rotation in here. We're going to do something with it here. Okay, do something with it. And connecting this transform output to here. Okay, so as you can see, that very strange things is happening. Why they have the two output there? 3, 3, 3, 4. Sorry. Yeah, I choose the different, things. So in the composer, they have the two different types. Is quadron and vector. Is quadron is they have the 4 different vector. So X, Y, Z, and another one is a direction. Okay, that is quadron vector. So yeah, that is mathematical. So I'm going to skip that things. All right. So as you can see that we can tossing the transformation information, translate information, and we have the rotation information. So we didn't connecting yet this one and this one, right? So I'm gonna a little bit wide and vector split, and connecting this one to there, and we have 1, 2, 3 vector. Okay, and I think it's one of these vector is to determine the length of this box. Okay, so what is gonna be? I think. Okay. So now, and as you can see that, so if you didn't connect this one to there, all right, we only have, I think it's very tiny depths of the box. So that means if we manipulate this value, we can control the length of that box. So easiest way we can do is we can multiple and then connecting to that. So if you put the information for input 2 less than 1, we can shrink the box size. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so now what I'm doing, what I wanted to do is I'm gonna create another I/O box, and then oops, somehow it's an integer I/O box. Connecting that I/O box, and then I'm gonna 0.7. Okay, so here is the. Okay, we can do that very simply. We can do that kind of things, right? And after we doing that, we need to apply this one more time for the second things, right? So if you just copy this one and then change the value and stick into there, it might be very messy. Okay, so in that case, create new patches. Okay, create new patches. We're gonna select from here to there. Okay, select this one altogether. Okay, and copy and paste into. Okay, and now we have big space, so we can arrange more like more make sense. Okay. And then we're gonna create this one as a sub patch. So I'm gonna type into the length. Oops. And create another node and connecting this one to the transform and get on transform. It's up to you, the title is up to you. Okay, and then we're gonna create another node and connecting this pin to there and type into out. Okay, and then we need to save this one in the same folder. You save these phone things. Moose. I'm gonna call it moose. Okay. So we have the moose here. Okay, moose, which is all the patches there. So what you have to do is just delete this bit and call moose. And connecting this pin to there, and connecting to on transform in here, and then we can control the size. Yep, with this pin, and then just a copy and connecting the second one and connecting to there, and also we can control that things as well separately. Okay. So that is one of the ways we can use the sub patches. Yeah, and it might be very useful to think about that. All right. And so far so good. And then if you turn off, boom, and turn off the file. So now, and turn off this grid, and then, yeah, now we can see that the box, only box, and then they're moving like, yeah, articulate things like that, yeah. Okay, so far so good.